Good morning. Hope everybody's well. Yum, 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 yum. Happy Saturday, guys. Right, let's find my video. I'm in my PJs. Woohoo. Right, let's see. Can't believe I'm making a couple of Christmas cards with you this morning. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Okay, so I can see who's joining. Just share my page. Hi there. Who've we got? Who've we got? Can't see. I can't see. Hi Jane. Hi Helen. Hope you're well. Sorry, I'm still eating my apple. Hi Rouse. Hi Kirsten, honey. This is breakfast. And this is coffee number 3. Hi Steph, my lovely. So, who's all in their pyjamas? Me. Oh, dearie dear. I can't believe I'm making a couple of Christmas cards today. Ooh. For those that are in, where is it? In the Crafty Stampin' Club. I've put up a challenge. Oh, Jane's eating her Rice Krispies. Ali's in her DJs. D pyjamas. I love it. Hi, Alison. Loungewear. Oh, very posh. Hi, Karen. Hi, Karen. Brilliant. Of course, it's Saturday night where you are, Rouse, isn't it, honey? So we've still got all of our Saturday to go. So there's 2 sketch challenges that I found on the internet. These don't have any watermark on it, so I can't even credit who made them. Morning, Susan. Nice to have you here. So I'm going to make 2 cards. If you pop over to Crafty Stampin' Club, you can take part in July's challenge, which is either or both cards. And I was on the ball and I was the first one to do the sketch. Not only did I do 2, I also done a video as well for both, and I shared them. So you could always look back on that on my YouTube channel. It's Smith's Crafty Creations. YouTube.com in front of it, however. So how is everybody? Anybody's got any exciting news? I don't know where my events have disappeared to, because I did set it up recurring, and I went to posting it this morning and poof, vanished. Don't know where they are. Do you not know where they are? Yeah, so I'm making Christmas cards and I'm so excited because I'm getting the good old cherry cobbler back out, which is one of my favourite colours for Christmas. And also the other card is based on crumb cake, so that's really nice. Now the papers that I am using are out the annual catalogue. Morning, Susan. And it is Christmas papers, and these are called Tidings of Christmas. So this is the 6x6 pack. Hi, Lorraine. And the papers are just gorgeous, and of course, as per usual, there's always some kind of plain designs that you can incorporate into other cards. Doesn't need to be Christmas, but these are really rich colours. We've got our evening evergreen in there as well. Oh, Kirsten's free all week. They're away on holiday with her auntie and uncle. Wow, I bet you missed them already, Kirsten. I'm at a loose end when my kids go anywhere for about 5 minutes, and then I'm like, yay. Non-exciting news, waiting for doctor to ring on Monday. His blood pressure's high, even on medication. Yes, Steph, you were saying your dizziness has been playing up. Look after yourself, honey. Everybody needs to be kind to themselves. So Kirsten says she sure is. Brilliant. So yeah, these are really deep, rich Christmas colours. We've got cherry cobbler. Let me see what is the colours in this one. Now in your catalogue it's page 89, the Tidings of Christmas Suite. But page 88 is where the Christmas section starts, and it runs right to page 93. So they're all grouped together. So we've got Cherry Cobbler, Sahara Sand, Soft Succulent, Evening Evergreen and Misty Moonlight in this one, which is awesome. I'm just trying to see where the Misty Moonlight comes in. I think there's only one. Yeah, there's only one Misty Moonlight's in this design. The rest are the other colours. Oh, and there's some speckles of Misty Moonlight in this one. Don't know if you could see them there. But I would say, I know the autumn winter catalogue's coming out soon, guys, but if you want to get ahead, there is a huge range of Christmas items in the annual catalogue, 2 of which I have already from last year, so I'm using those today. So what I'm using is, I'm just going to show you in the catalogue page. I am going to use Snowflake Wishes, this one here, on one card, but I'm using a sentiment from here and the coordinating dies. And the next one is on the next page, which everybody loves, and it is the Poinsettia Petals. Again, just using a sentiment in some of the dies. Now, I have kept a hold of my annual catalogue from next year because if I look up Poinsettia Petals in here, where is it? Poinsettia Petals, can't find it. Oh, it was out there. It was out the last winter one. That's what it was. Which I do have here as well. So what I do is I use last year's catalogue and also the current catalogue that the items are showcased in, because it gives you different colour schemes to try, things like that. So that's really good. I've also remembered myself to use some of the speciality vellum that's in the new in colours. So I've got a couple of wee die cut pieces of this that I'm going to pop into the cards as well. Kirsten's saying I have those, so it'd be nice to see different things. Brilliant. And Steph's saying she makes her Christmas cards in April. Wow, you're super organised. So plans for today are stay in pyjamas as long as possible, then going to have a long as possible bath, and then we're going to a friend's house just in the same village in the late afternoon, but the husband's working, so he'll show up later. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Right, let's get organised. And I'll switch you around. I'm going to just switch it now because I don't like giving you a close-up of my little face. Come on, do your role. Ta-da! Awesome. Right, everything is on mute and what have you, so just give it a wee second. Things are quite messy on my desk just now, so I'm just going to shift some stuff around. Get all that out of the way. I prepped all this morning and I thought, yay, because mornings are usually tough for me. I like to try and do things the night before. But no, I'm having a good day today, so it's awesome. Right, I'm just going to pop that to the side. Now, I want to tell you about a few things. Nobody's carrying catch up later, honey, that's no problem. Thanks for popping on. So, let me get this out the road for now. So, just to remind you, between now and the 17th of July, this is my hostess code that you can use when you're shopping online. and I will close the order off on the 17th of July, and then whatever online spend there's been, the rewards get shared out through the customers in the form of free products. So you can go to my website, it's smithscraftycreations.com, and go to shop now, and it will take you to a link to this and also to my shop. It's a new month, so if anybody would like an adhesive club booked for the month, or a monthly colour kit booked for the month, both of these save you £3.20 compared to ordering yourself. So it's the £3.20 postage it saves you. I also doing the July kit, Smithy's Creative Crafting Kit. I'm doing the pre-made kits. I want to promote these lots. So for July, we're going to be it's going to be the Sentimental Rose card kit. Okay, so that is £18 with £3 postage and packaging. So that'll cost you £21 if you order that through me. Payment needs to be received by the 17th of July, and I'll pop them in with the workshop order. Okay, so that's what I've got on offer this month. This kit is just gorgeous, can't wait to play with it. Right, let's see, is there any other comments? Right, so, card sketch, where did I put that bit of paper, guys? Oh, I'd lose my body if it wasn't attached to me. Here it is, here it is, here it is. Right, we're going to do this one first. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to do this one first. So we have stripy layers, a tag section, and little love hearts and a sentiment here. These sketches are just really to get you started for a kind of rough guide of where to put stuff. You can change the hearts for flowers or anything that you like. I'm going to be changing them for little poinsettias. So yeah, right. So poinsettia petals and the poinsettia petals dies. These were from last year's autumn winter, and they're gorgeous. Absolutely love these. Last year there was a lot of theme around crumb cake and golds and silvers and our sparkle paper, and I made a really beautiful Merry Christmas 12 by 12 frame that I gifted to one of my craft ladies. But these are just stunning to work with. But today we're going with cherry cobbler and soft succulent colours. So, sentiment I'm choosing is Warm Wishes from Our Home to Yours. So that's lovely. So I can pop that to the side because I'm done with that. So I already have the stamp on the block, and I have the ink pad out, and I have my card all pre-cut. Some extra bits thrown in just in case. So I have a white card base, I have soft succulent matte layer, and I have, where is my nail file, because this paper has went rough. I used the wrong trimmer. I've got two trimmers, one's needing new blades, the other one isn't. And of course I used the wrong one to cut all this morning. So this is, normally I do 1/8 of an inch border, but I want all the colours to kind of pop more, so I'm trying to do 1/4 of an inch border. Right, so I need some glue. I found two brand new glues, sitting behind a little tub that's on my shelves on my desk. I was like, oh great, don't need to order them for a little while yet. Okay, so I'm just popping the first layer on. Okay, the second layer from that Christmas pack of paper. Look at that, that's gorgeous. We're using this side. Okay, so what I thought is, instead of cutting it, because this will clash too much, I'm just going to keep the full length, full coverage with the designer series paper. So I'll just stick that down. And like I say, these sketches are just as a guide really. So please do take part for July. It doesn't need to be a Christmas card, it could be any theme of card. And yeah. Okay. So, the shimmer vellum, isn't it pretty? Morning Margaret, hope you're well. Jane was saying it was gorgeous and it will be out again this year because I was the craft lady who received it. Yes, you were Jane, my lovely. So I've just used my retired banner punch, but you can actually just cut that by hand. So that's going to go on there. And I have used my heart punches. So these come in a pack of 2. And I've used the other piece of the designer series paper that I cut off to layer onto that heart. So that's going to go on there. This was a little extra bit. So that is also going to go on here. And I'm just going to kind of layer it up. I'm going to stamp on this little section. And basically I've just made this up as I was going. Just found little offcuts and I thought I want to use them all. And here are the poinsettias. So we've got a cherry cobbler, we've got the soft succulent glimmer vellum. Very pretty. I've also punched out using the dog punch a couple of little hearts, or you can use your dies if you have them. And then from the poinsettia dies, I've cut out these 2 flourishes. Okay, so chuck them down. There's a wee bit stuck in here actually, I need to get that out. And yeah, just have fun with your supplies. Right, now, let me see. So I just want to play around with placement of this, so I can get it right in my head. I want that off to the side slightly, like so. This is going to go here, and this is going to go here. Okay, so I'm going to overlap those, so I need to push them up a little bit. Right, fab. Right, let's stamp this sentiment. This would actually, I think I'll just skip the cherry cobbler stamp and I'll use the evening evergreen because that's in this paper as well. Okay, let's go. Now this is just a little scrap off cut. So I'm just going to stamp on that. Ta-da! Beautiful font, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful. Well, it might be a quicker live this morning because I have prepped. Just depends how much I knitter and natter and chatter to you guys. Right, so let's pop that away. Some wonderful sentiments on this. Who's got this from last year then? It's always good to pull out. Where did this come from? Oh, here it is. Look, it's printed, so you can be reminded where you got the stamp from. Who's got this from last year then, and is going to definitely use it again this year? I live it to live it. Right, so what I want to do is just make that a little bit shorter. There's me scissors. So I'm just going to trim that down. You could fancy it up at the edge and make it slanted or what have you if you want. It's entirely up to you. Alison's got her house, has it. Brilliant. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Last year I did make a lot of cards. Do you guys remember the Trim in the Town? That was just one of my favourites. Right, so I am going to put some glue here and also some glue here underneath the vellum because I know that that bit's going to be covered. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. Okay. So I'm going to pop a little bit on there. And then I'm going to pop a little bit on here. Whoops, the lid's sticking to me. Margaret's got it as well, brilliant. Kirsten says she has it too, it's popular for commission cards. Absolutely brilliant. Pincetas they're amazing. Now you need to be careful because see if you push down too hard with your roller tape or your stamping seal, it could actually score your vellum. But luckily this is being covered, so just bear that in mind. It may be better using tearing tape. Right, so I'm just going to pop it down. Further down a bit actually. Pop it down there. Lovely. This is going to go on here. Now I'm going to stick this on first. And then I'll pop that on with dimensionals because if I want to use any of the little leafy sections, I could pop it underneath easily. So I want to put that about there. This is going to go on flush. Now make sure it's the right way because it is directional, this one. It is good to try and use these little bits rather than, I'm going to push that over slightly, rather than wasting it. You need to, it's good if you try and incorporate it into your project. Right, I'm going to pop this up on mini dimensionals. So I've got the mini and I've got the normal here. Fabby. Right, so I've noticed things have been a bit quiet on Saturday Lives. Do you think it's because everybody's going out and about more? Is it just us guys that like to laze about in our pyjamas on a Saturday morning? Oh dear, nothing wrong with that, is there? Okay, so let me see. Where am I going to pop that? I just want it to overlap a tiny little bit. Like so. Is that about straight? Nope, up a wee bit. It's nice to add some dimension. Margaret's saying probably. Right, that's going there. Oh, apparently I have to go and get another fire stick today. Which means I'm going to have to get clothes on earlier. Safe say, I think it's because everyone's rushing around getting sorted before tonight's game. Oh yeah, but who's playing tonight? Is that a bad question to ask? I just stopped following when Scotland disappeared. Yeah, I'm not sure who's playing tonight. Right, so let's see now. This is going on with dimensionals, isn't it? England and Ukraine. Oh, fab. Fab. I wonder if England will win it. It'd be good to see, actually. Have one of the British teams winning it. So I've just popped that up. Okay, we've got the little flourishes, and you can see how it just adds so much more prettiness. So if I pop those there, and then I can build the little poinsettias up on here. You could pop it over the side, whatever you like. So I'm just going to put some glue on the bottom. Right, I'm going to press and hold that to get it down because it's vellum, you want to make sure it's stuck. Okay, where's the other little bit? So vellum on vellum is going to take a little bit extra pressure to stick down. Make sure it doesn't stick all over your fingers. There. So I've just kind of intertwined them together. Look how fab that's coming together based on a little sketch. Steph's saying England beat Germany after 55 years. That's amazing, honey. Germany's always been a good team. So's France and Spain. So there is the progress so far of our wee card. Now it is time to get some of these lovely little poinsettias on. Okay, so I think I'll put a vellum one down first. I'm just going to build it around this right side, or I should have built, no, I'll build it around that side actually, next to the flourishes. Da-da-da. Lovely. Okay, this one I'm going to pop there. Yeah. Right, I'm just trying to decide where I should put the white and then the red. Don't want too much. I think the red and one green is plenty actually. Let me get a mini dimensional. Here's my take your pick tool. Let's see now. So I'm just going to pop that on there. You could also add, wait for it, I bet you're saying, oh, I wondered how long before she mentions it. Could actually add, that's the wrong colour that I've put that on, Wink of Stella to any of these, the plain card ones that is. Okay, I am going to pop that just there. Steph's saying if anybody walked into my kitchen and think I've been slicing lemons and cooking cinnamon buns, is it just your new wax bars? Oh, that's brilliant. Morning, Eileen. I've actually got a Pink Promenade, which is that one. I've got that in all my warmers today. It's a strong one. I go, because I have mine on that much, I get a bit nose blind. So I do chop and change a lot. And are you in your pages, Eileen? Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, I'm just going to stick tiniest little bit of glue on that little heart. Now, this is quite good because you can't really see through the Evening Evergreen one. You can't really see the glue behind there, so that's lovely. Right, Wink of Stella, Wink of Stella. Okay, now what I like to do is I like, especially when it's layering punch shapes, is I always like to add a little bit Wink of Stella around the plain card at the back on the matte layer, bottom layer even, because there's only a bottom and a top. I think this is maybe running out, that one. Hang on, I've got that many and I'm not sure what ones are running out and what aren't. Let's try this one again. Eileen's in her pyjamas as well. Thank you so much for all your sharing of your projects, honey, on the group for the last month's challenge. Looking forward to seeing what you do if you're joining in for July's, because I have these two sketches and this is what I'm doing today, a third and a fourth project using these. Right, so sometimes less is more. Do you think I should add that white poinsettia up here? I think if I tucked it in there, it might be okay. What do you think, or do you think the 2 is enough? I'll go with the first comment. It maybe is too much. So 2 poinsettias or 3. You could put that on there as well. I think 2 personally. But you know what I think would make it pop? Is 2's enough. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, thank you. I'll just pop that there. What I will do though is I'm going to see if let me get a scrap bit of white. If a little white heart would be okay. Might be too much. We shall see. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put that there. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not chopping and changing it. What I'm going to do is get some diamantes though, and I'll pop it in the middle of those poinsettias, and I'm going to go with the silver, or there is the red dots, but I think the silver's better. Less is more. Brilliant. Jane's saying, morning all, I'm child minding. Oh, bless. Hope you're well, honey. Right. Oops. You see that? And I think this will just finish it off. Always have a packet of these in your stash. And the basic pearl jewels. You know that you can colour the pearl jewels with any of your stamping blends. And there is card 1. Now it looks quite different, but you can see how it's progressed into this from this idea. So I'm going to try and do the more sketch challenges. I used to, when I first started the club, with the group, I used to do these every single week, and I would write a blog post about all the entries that had been received, but it ended up a bit too much work for me, the typing up. So then I just stopped the blog about it, and then I reduced it to once a month, because everybody's just, with the lockdown and stuff, everybody's just so busy and things. Eileen saying, yes, lovely to have the 2 sketches. Brilliant. And you could do either or you could do both, whatever you like. But I will do a random name picker again to be sent some free products, so that's fab. Right, so there's card 1. What time are we at? Oh, see, that's good. You wouldn't think it would take half an hour to make that. It's all my yapping and my chitter chatter. Right, card number 2. Let's be having, yeah. So card number 2 is, where is it? Oh, here it is. So card number 2, let me pop my inks away. If you've not got cherry cobbler, guys, I would get a hold of that, because it is just brilliant for Christmas projects. Okay, card number 2 is going to be based on Snowflake Wishes. So I'm using the Snowflake Wishes for a Merry Christmas sentiment here. And I am also using some of the dies in here. Now, when you open this, remember, thank you Karen and Kirsten and Margaret and Jane, that's lovely, and Rouse. Let me see if I can get these out. So there are 2 levels of dies. So these are little snowflake dies that I used, those 2 sizes. So I've die cut some of them out. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Karen, by the way, Karen Eden, congratulations, my lovely. Karen got into the top 10 projects as part of Callie Tucci in Australia's challenge. Well done, hun, because people from all over the world enter that, and Karen got in the top 10, so that's amazing. Perseverance, honey, definitely. Right, I've also used the So Sentimental, Stitch So Sweetly dies, sorry, 2 of the scalloped stitched rectangles. So you will see what I have planned. Now, I did make, let me see, where is my 2 cards? I don't know what I've done with the 2 cards that I made. Hang on. I don't know what I've done with the sketch cards that I made and uploaded. They will be somewhere. So, this is, this one needs, let me just empty all the wee bits out. This one needs a card base, a matte layer, which I've used the Christmas paper. So that is the crumb cake. So let's just pop that on. And I really like this because the detail on it is super adorable. Give you a wee close up. It's not just for Christmas. It's kind of like a season neutral type print. So it's really nice. All sticky and all glue. So it's like, these are like poppy pods. We've got what looks like a little bit of a cross between holly and something else, and then some other wee bitties. Right, so we have a top layer which is a rectangle cut at an angle, and I thought I'm going to use vellum. So just to be different. So you do notice the vellum on the card, but you can still see the print on the DSP in the background. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add, where is my stamping seal? I'm going to add a little bit there, because I know that's where I'm going to add a little little die cut section, and I'm also going to put a little, hang on, I need to clean that, 2 little dots up here, and these will show through, but I'm going to put what do you call it, embellishments over the top. So let me just get that straight. You can't see it anyway, so that's fine. I can play around with that. I'm just going to press and hold it a wee second. Oh, there's 20 people here now. Hi, everybody. Too busy talking, sorry. Right, so there's the vellum on. Might add a tiny little bit of glue here for that corner. You can see how it starts curling, so you just need to kind of manipulate your vellum back down. Right, so next piece is, now I had thought about popping the banner on, but I thought it was too in your face, so I decided not to use the banner section, and instead of the circles, instead of the circle here with the little flowers, I've die cut out those 2 stitched scallop rectangles. So those are going to go on there. Okay, so I'll just stick that down. 22 now, that's absolutely fab. Thank you for people that have been sharing. You're so kind. So kind. Right, so dimensionals. And I always like to place them in the middle, just in case I want to tuck anything underneath. And I mean, our cardstock's that good that it's not going to go all floppy or anything. Right, make sure your DSP print's up the right way. Got glue stuck to my fingers, hang on. Margaret's saying, oh, Karen's away. Thanks, son. I'll speak to you after, sweetheart. Margaret's, I've got that too. Used it a lot last year. Brilliant. Brilliant. Right, now, this is going to go here, like so. Okay, then, what I thought was I was going to stamp Snowflake Wishes down here. So let me stamp that. I'm going to do crumb cake on crumb cake, or you could make it a bit darker. I thought about also embossing it into gold, because I'm going to use some gold snowflakes. I thought about doing that and embossing it, but I didn't leave myself enough time this morning, so I'm going to pop the sentiment down the bottom of the card there. Right, so let's just test this one out. I've not used it in a while. Beautiful. Right, okay, pressure's on to stamp it straight. Now, I should have probably stamped it before I added the little rectangle on, but that's fine. You can see I've got a little bit of ink on there now. That's my fault. Hang on. Do not fret though, because I will be covering it with the little snowflakes. Scrubber, scrubber, scrubber. Right, I'm going to just pop this away quickly. Back in the packet, guys. And there we go. Goes on here. Awesome, love it. So that's the Snowflake Wishes. Brilliant set. So let me show you a little close up. So it looks really nice. And of course you can use another sentiment on the inside. I don't tend to put things on the inside, just purely because I tend to either write in them or gift them away blank. Right, so I am going to pop some snowflakes. Now I cut some out. Look at that, I'm covered in ink. I die cut these out. I've done some vellum ones, some crumb cake ones. I even die cut out the other piece of paper that was left over. And then I done some in gold. So I'm just going to have a play around and see what would look nice. Okay, now I do want the gold on here as the main focus though. So I'm going to pop that over my little mistake. Okay, so I just need some glue on one side. Right, so let's see, where is this going? I'm going to stick it about there. Just a little bit overlap. Just going to set my block on it a minute just to, don't want to get glue on the gold foil, you see, because it will mark it and then it annoys me that I can't get it off. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Fab. Right. This one I want to pop up. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just nice and subtle, I think, but really pretty. And I'll put a couple of diamonds here. Right. Bottom left. Bottom left here, guys, do you think? Or on top? You could put that on top and layer it up a bit. I think that would look really nice. What do you think? Alison, I don't have the pincetta, but I do have the snowflakes. Yeah, they're really pretty. Really pretty. Do you think I should layer that up on top with a little bit dimensionals? Yeah, I'll go for that. Let's layer it up. So, let me get my other scissors, because these are my paper and ribbon scissors now. So I need to find my other ones. Oh, I found them. Hang on. So I've got these. So all I'm going to do is, on the mini dimensionals, there's quite a good chunk of border for the around the edge. Susan's saying on top, so's Margaret, so's Steph. Perfect. See, we're all thinking along the same lines today. Then you can see here I've just trimmed a little bit off, ever so slightly. So what I'll do is I'll peel that off, then I'll cut it in half and try for the life of me not to drop it anywhere. Okay, I'm just going to use my take your pick tool to remove it and stick it down. And then I can remove the top. I am absolutely covered in ink. I thought it was doing quite good too. Right, so let's just come off, hang on. You need to be a bit patient for this. Come on, off you get, you little bugger. Right, I'll just put it on there. Ta-da! Not bad. Just be careful when you're removing the backing paper. It helps if you've got nails. Right, so let's do this. Isn't it good when you just chop and change your mind last minute? Morning, Elaine. How are you, honey? So we're going to, and it does line up with the star underneath. Kind of centrepiece. Oh, that's lovely. It's not a huge bit of dimension, but it's still noticeable. Isn't that gorgeous? Love it. What you could also do, and I wish I'd thought of it, is add a little bit of grey trim. Not grey, gold trim. Might actually do that. Now, you're probably saying, don't lift it up, don't lift it up. But if you're careful, you see, you could sneak something underneath. Now, where's my tearing tape? No, my tearing tape, my stamping seal. I'm going to add some stamping seal under here, and I'm going to add a little twirl of gold. Look, everything's sticking to me. Morning, Karen. Oh, Elaine, have you been working on your wedding commissions, honey? It's a lot of work, but you're going to make some bride really, really happy. Right, so I managed to kind of salvage that. So I've just popped a little bit of the gold trim. This is from the Simply Elegant. It's a 2-pack. You've got the silver and you've got the gold. And you just need a tiny wee bit. It can go for miles. You do get 9 metres on each spool, so that's really good. There's this beautiful ribbon as well that's in the catalogue. Right, so a little bit of embellishments now on this one. Oh, that was my elbow getting battered. Right, now, let's see. If I get my basic petals out, I can colour them in crumb cake, so there they are. I just need to get my crumb cake, is this crumb cake? Yep, that crumb cake Stampin' Blend. That's one of my sons up. If you can hear the door going. Mind shut the door quickly, pal. Thanks. Right, so we just need to decide on what size. I think if I do a little cluster, do you think, I think these would actually go okay in their natural form, actually, their natural state. Yeah, I think I'll just stick them on. I think that adds a little bit of a character. Yeah, and I think I'll add a couple around the snowflake. Maybe one in here. Yay! So, take it back, I'm not colouring them, but you can see that I've coloured some in the past. It's really easy to do, guys and girls. So there is the little card. You can even pop some sprinkles on there. I do like that. So let me recap quickly. Let me tidy ever so slightly. Everything's within arm's reach now, which is great. I love my new IKEA desk. Well, it's not so new now because I've had it a while, but sometimes I even just like to tidy it up. It's almost as good as crafting itself. Susan said she loves it. Oh, thank you. Steph saying that's a multitasking, finish listening. Have one eye on the phone, was putting fresh bedding on. Bless. Oh, fresh bedding days are the best. Definitely the best. Right, so, does this go in here? No, that's the wrong one. So, there's my paper snips, and here's my other for everything else snips. I've had 3 pairs of these. Remember the first pair, Millie got a hold of them and chewed the, she actually chewed one of the rubber bits at the end off. I was like, no! Because they last for years. Ask Jane. Jane's had hers for donkeys. And they're good for £9. Alright. The only thing they're not good for is if you have swollen fingers. Sometimes my arthritis makes it difficult to use, but I persevere and I get round it. Right, so we have the 2 sketches again. So just a reminder to pop over to Crafty Stampin' Club and get involved with that to be in with the chance of winning a little free gift from me. So there's the 2 sketches. You will find details in the Crafty Stampin' Club group. So we have a sketch with the hearts and the tag, and there is my take on it using the poinsettia petals and the coordinating dies and my heart punches. Really, really pretty. So that turned out quite nice. And then this one here, we have this slanted section there. Everything's sticking to me. I've got all these extra little bits. I will keep all these offcuts and make something else. So watch this space to see how I use those up. And this is the second one. The same papers used but different colour with the basic petals there and there. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, thank you. You are so kind. Alice in there, gorgeous. November weather here, so it's perfect for Christmas card making. Perfect. And you know what? I forgot to order. I forgot to order more gold foil. This is the last of my packet, and you know what? When you want it to stretch far, it does stretch far, guys. I don't know how long I've been holding on to that. You can see I've taken little bits off round the edges and stuff. Remember, see if you die cut those out, you could use that as like a wee stencil as well to do background. So that's another little slant. So that is the card. Thank you so much for joining in. Steph saying I'm using a pair of scissors, 60-year-old, never been sharpened since bought and still going strong. Wow. Were they your mum's, honey, or granny's scissors? Because you're not old enough to be 60. Perfect. So thanks again. I will go just now. Please remember to upload any projects to the Crafty Stampin' Club if it's inspired you to do these today or through the week. But this is running for the whole of July, guys. So, Steph saying they were our great aunts. Oh, that's special. That's really nice, honey. It's good to bring a little bit of history through your crafting. Definitely. Okay, I shall go just now. Enjoy your day. I will, again, maybe later in the week, I'll do a little... Hi, Sharida. How are you, sweetheart? I'll do a little draw and two people will... one will get this card and one will get this card. So I'll pull two random names and I'll post these out to you. And I won't write in them. I'll include an envelope and then you could pass it on and repurpose them to use yourselves. Thanks, Eileen. Thanks, Elaine. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in and you have a great and safe weekend. Bye, everyone. Thank you.